Hello grade 10 students. So again, this is Larry M. Del Rosario and this is another video tutorial for your mathematics 10. Okay, so feel free to watch and do not forget to subscribe and like the video after watching it. Okay, thank you. So our topic for today is the different activities in the first quarter in Mathematics 10, which is all about the arithmetic sequence. So magbibigay ako ng iba't ibang set of activities na may sagot and at the same time complete solution and with enough explanation for you to be able to answer it and somehow help you na masagutan yung mga assignments ninyo in Mathematics 10. Okay, so in this video, so we have the lesson 1 arithmetic sequence under the K-12 learners module in Mathematics 10. So yung una nating sasagutan ay yung activity 1 to 9. Of course, it is with answers and solution from pages 9 to 18. So we are going to start with our objectives. So what to know? In this lesson, you will work with patterns. Recognizing and extending patterns are important skills needed for learning concepts related to an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so the first activity is what we called activity 1, what's next. Okay, so meron tayong mga series of patterns dito, mga progression wherein all we have to do is to determine what's next. So each item below shows a pattern. Answer the given question. So what's the next shape? So kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong isang square followed by triangle, isang square followed by 2 triangles, isang square followed by 3 triangles, isang square followed by 4 triangles. So of course, the next shape na mapapansin ninyo ay ang square. So, yun yung sagot natin, square. Since hindi naman nagbabago yung pattern ng square natin. Yung namang triangle natin, nadadagdagan ng isa every term. Okay, so the next is, what is the next number? And what is the 10th number? Given yung sequence natin na 0, 4, 8, 12, and 16. Ang una natin gagawin, kailangan i-identify muna natin kung ano ba yung pattern natin or paano na-derive yung iba't ibang pattern. Let's say for example, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. Paano nakuha yung next term? So kung mapapansin nyo, nag-a-add lang tayo ng number na 4. Okay. So, ang gagawin lang natin para makuha natin next term, mag-add lang tayo ulit ng 4 kay 16 and that is 20. And at the same time, mag-add lang tayo na ulit ng 4 hanggang sa makarating tayo dun sa pang-10 number and that is 36. Next, what is the next number and what is the 8th number? Given the sequence 9, 4, -1, -6, and -11. Okay, so hahanapin ulit natin yung pattern. Kung mapapansin nyo, nag-a-add lang tayo ng -5 each term para makuha natin yung next term. So, ang gagawin lang natin ulit, para makuha natin yung next number, mag-a-add tayo ng -5. So, -11 plus -5 and that is -16. At magko-continuous lang tayo ng pag-add hanggang makarating tayo kay 8 number, kay pang 8 na number and that is -26. What is the next number and what is the 12th number? So 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. Okay, so ang una nating hahanapin, ano yung kasunod na number? So ang una nating gagawin, kailangan nating malaman kung ano yung pattern. Okay, kung mapapansin niyo, it is just simply multiplied by 3. So, multiply lang tayo ng 3 para makuha natin yung kasunod na number. And 81 times 3 is simply 243. And then, continuous lang ulit na pagmumultiply ng 3 hanggang sa makarating tayo kay 12th number. And our 12th number is 177,147. Okay. What is the next number and what is the 7th number? Okay, we have 161, 80, 40, 20, and 10. Okay, so meron lang tayong correction dun sa given. So it is 160, hindi siya 180, it's only 80, followed by 40, 20, and 10. Okay, so ang una natin gagawin, hanapin natin yung kasunod na number. So para mahanap natin yung kasunod na number, hanapin natin yung pattern na ginamit ng sequence. Okay, so mapapansin nyo, lagi lang siyang na-divide into 2. So from 160 divided by 2, naging 80, divided by 2, naging 40. So yung 10, i-divide lang ulit natin siya kay 2, which is 5. So, 5 yung kasunod niyang number. And then, magdi-divide lang tayo ulit ng 2 doon sa numbers hanggang sa makarating tayo kay 7 number. And of course, pang 6 yung 5 natin. So, yung pang 7 natin, we're just going to divide 5 by 2. We can also write 2.5 or pwede na rin yung 5 over 2. Or you can also write it in a mixed number form. Okay, so that's the end of our activity number 1. So for our activity number 2, it was titled Activity 2 Term After Term. So all we have to do is to find the first 5 terms of the sequence given the nth term. When we are talking about nth term, ito yung formula na ginagamit natin para makuha natin yung iba't ibang terms nung hinahanap nating sequence. Let's say, for example, in number 1, we have a sub n equals n plus 4. Okay. Take note, no? Ginawa ko lang siyang capital para ma-notice ninyo yung n as a sub number. Kasi walang subscript na function sa PowerPoint. So, ginawa ko na lang siyang small letter n. And yung a naman mas malaki para mapansin nyo na sub siya nung a. Okay, so para makuha natin, ang gagawin lang natin simply, papalitan lang natin si n nung term or term na hinahanap natin. So, una we have a sub 1. So, a sub 1 equals 1 plus 4, which is 5. A sub 2 is 2 plus 4 equals 6. A sub 3 is equal to 3 plus 4 equals 7. A sub 4 equals 4 plus 4 equals 8. A sub 5 equals 5 plus 4 equals 9. So, yung sagot natin, yung ating first 5 terms sa number 1 ay 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, which were all arithmetic sequence. Next, number 2, given the nth term na a sub n equals 2n minus 1, gagawin lang natin ulit yung process na pagsasubstitute. So, papalitan lang natin yung value ni n based kung anong term yung hinahanap natin. Let's say, for example, in a sub 1 equals 2 times 1, since a sub 1 siya, minus 1 equals 1. A sub 2 is 2 times 2 minus 1 equals 3. A sub 3 is 2 times 3 minus 1 equals 5. A sub 4 equals 2 times 4 minus 1 equals 7. And a sub 5 is equal to 2 times 5 minus 1 equals 9. So, yung first 5 terms ng ating number 2 ay 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Next, we have the a sub n equals 12 minus 3n. Papalitan lang ulit natin siya based kung ano yung term na hinahanap. So, the first one is a sub 1 equals 12 minus 3 times 1 equals 9. A sub 2 equals 12 minus 3 times 2 equals 6. A sub 3 equals 12 minus 3 times 3 equals 3. A sub 4 equals 12 minus 3 times 4 equals 0. A sub 5 equals 12 minus 3 times 5 equals negative 3. So, yung first 5 terms ng ating item number 3 ay 9, 6, 3, 0, and negative 3. Next, we have the a sub n equals 3 raised to n. Okay, pagka meron siyang parang insert sign, ibig sabihin lang nun, it represents exponent. Okay, so wala din kasing superscript na symbol sa PowerPoint. So in getting a sub 1, we're just going to substitute 1. So it is simply 3 raised to 1, and 3 raised to 1 is simply 3. Followed by 3 raised to 2, and 3 raised to 2 is simply 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. 3 raised to 3 is 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. 3 raised to 4 equals 81, and 3 raised to 5 equals 243. So, ang first 5 terms ng ating item number 4 ay 3, 9, 27, 81, and 243. And of course, yung ating last item, we have a sub n equals the open and close parenthesis negative 2 raised to n. So, don't forget, kapag naka-parenthesis, kasama nating iminumultiply yung negative sign ng ating integer. Kapag ka naman wala siyang parenthesis and negative yung ating integer na i-evaluate natin yung exponent niya, laging negative yung magiging answer natin. So, this time, since naka-open close parenthesis siya, it varies kung even or odd yung ating exponent. So, a sub 1 equals negative 2 raised to 1, and that is simply negative 2. A sub 2 is negative 2 raised to 2, that is negative 2 times negative 2, same sign, so it is equal to 4, followed by negative 2 raised to 3 is equal to negative 8, negative 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16, and negative 2 raised to 5 is equal to negative 32. Next activity is our activity number 3, getting to know you. Okay. So this time, we are going to look for the nth term. Given naman yung ating mga sequence. Unlike yung previous activity natin, given yung nth term, isa-substitute lang natin yung terms natin para makuha kung ano yung value ng each term. So this time, given yung sequence, we are looking for the nth term. Okay, let's say for example, we have number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By the way, in this activity, kailangan yung pagganahin yung creative and logical mind ninyo since it is a trial and error process. Kailangan napapansin nyo yung every detail and of course, its whole context. So, hindi ko siya ganong evaluate since it is trial and error nga. Para malaman nyo kung tama yung sagot ninyo, you just have to substitute each term at kapag lumabas yung value ng each term na yon doon sa sequence na given, then your answer or your nth term is correct. So, this time, ipapakita ko na lang sa inyo kung ano-ano yung mga nth term ng given activities. So, number 1, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yung nth term niya ay a sub n equals n plus 2. In number 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. At ang kanyang nth term ay a sub n equals 2n plus 1. Sa number 3, we have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and ang kanyang nth term ay a sub n equals 2 raised to n. And our number 4 is negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1. So our nth term is simply a sub n equals negative 1 quantity raised to n. And our last number, we have 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and 1/5. Kung mapapansin nyo dito, madali lang naman siya kasi yung denominator as is. Kung ano yung term natin, kung 1 siya, 1 yung denominator. Kung 2 siya, 2 yung denominator. So it is simply a sub n equals 1 over n. Let us have activity number 4. So what do we have in common? So this time, it is a group activity in your class. But in this lesson, i-discuss ko siya individually. So below are squares formed by matchsticks. Isipin niyo na yung mga square na nabuo dito sa activity na to ay nabuo gamit ang matchsticks. So una ninyong gagawin, you are going to count the number of matchsticks in each figure and record the result in the table. So yung una nating box or matchsticks na nabuo using matchsticks, 4 na matchsticks yung mabubuo natin. Okay. Doon sa pangalawa naman, kung bibilangin nyo siya, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matchsticks. So, yung pangatlo naman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And followed by yung pang-4, which is 13, yung pang-5, which is 16, yung pang-6, which is 19, yung pang-7, which is 22, pang-8, 25, 9, 28 matchsticks, and yung pang-10, yung 10 boxes or squares na mabubuo using matchsticks ay magko-consume ng 31 na matchsticks. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, meron naman na tayong pattern na tinatawag. So, in guided questions, is there a pattern in the number of matchsticks? If there is, describe it. So, yes, there is a pattern. So, as we describe it, the number of matchsticks is 3 more than the preceding number of matchsticks. So, kung mapapansin nyo siya dito, lagi lang siyang nag-a-add ng 3. Okay, so that's how we describe the matchsticks activity. Okay, so how is each term or number of matchsticks found? So, makuha lang natin yung next matchsticks by simply adding a constant number, which is 3. What is the difference between any two consecutive terms? The same then, and that is 3. So, activity number 5, more of the matchsticks activity. So, dito medyo elaborate lang natin ng konti yung activity number 4 natin. It is also has something to do with matchsticks, but this time, andito na yung pag-derive natin ng formula ng arithmetic sequence. So, hindi ko discuss dito yung pag-derive ng formula ng arithmetic sequence. If you want to learn it, watch the part 2 of arithmetic sequence in Filipino or Tagalog. So, doong sa video na yon na i-discuss ko kung paano na-derive at paano gamitin yung formula natin for the arithmetic sequence. So, consider the table below and complete it. Observe how each term is rewritten. So, gagamitin lang ulit natin yung result natin dun sa activity number 4 kung ilang matchsticks yung magagamit. So, we have 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, and 31. Magkakatapat lang din sila. Okay, so para makuha yung a sub 1 natin, it is simply 4. Para makuha natin yung a sub 2, it is simply 4 plus 3. So, mag-add tayo ng 3 para makuha natin yung 7. Para makuha naman natin yung a sub 3, it is simply 4 plus 3 plus 3, and that is 10. In a sub 4, 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that is 13. In a sub 5, 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that is 16. In a sub 6, it is simply 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and plus 3, and that is 19. And so on and so forth. So, lagi lang tayong mag-add ng 3 para makuha natin yung next term. Okay, so we can also write it in a form of 4 plus ilang 3 meron dun sa a sub 1. Diba? Wala naman. So, we have 4 plus 0 times 3, and that is simply 4, because 0 times 3 is 0, plus 4 is 4. This time, ilan yung 3 na meron? So, we have 4 plus may isang 3. So, we have 4 plus 1 times 3 is 3, and that is 7. This time, sa a sub 3, we retain 4 plus yung 3 natin. Ilan yung 3 natin? Using common factor, so we have 2, 3. So, 4 plus 2 times 3, followed by 4 plus 3 times 3, followed by 4 plus 4 times 3, followed by 4 plus 5 times 3, and so on and so forth. So, you just have to continue doing the process in finding the next term. Okay, so for in activity number 6, you will be asked to find what is missing. Okay, so dito given na din yung sagot, so lahat ng naka-underline, yun yung ating mga missing numbers. Okay, so find the missing terms in each arithmetic sequence. By the way, bago natin makuha yung ating missing terms, we have to take note na need nating malaman kung ano yung ating common difference. In order for us na malaman kung ano yung mga missing terms. Let's say, for example, in number 1, we have 3, 12, 21, 3, 12, and 21. So, we're just going to subtract 12 to 3. So, 12 minus 3 is simply 9. So, mag-add lang tayo lagi ng 9 para makuha natin yung next term, and that is 21 plus 9, 30 plus 9, 39 plus 9, 48. Next, sa number 2, ang ating common difference ay negative 5. So, we're just going to add negative 5 to negative 2, and that is negative 7. And negative 7 plus negative 5 is negative 12. In number 3, 5, 12, blank, 26, and blank. So, we're just going to get the common difference. And the common difference is 12 minus 5, and that is 7. So, 12, since siya yung bago yung number na missing natin. So, we're just going to add 7 kay 12, and that is 19. And mag-a-add tayo ng 7 kay 26, and that is 33. In number 4, we have 2, 2 blank, 20, 29 blank. So, nakita nyo, ang magkasunod nating number na given ay 20 and 29. So, we're just going to subtract 29 by 20 and the answer is 9. So, i-add lang natin yung 9 doon sa tabi nung term na missing. Let's say, for example, sa 2. So, 2 plus 9 is 11 and 29 plus 9 is 38. In number 5, we have 4, 10, 16. So, in number 5, ang common difference natin ay 6. So, we are just going to add 6. This time, ang nawawala yung first term natin. So, mag-a-add ba tayo ng 6? No. Since previous siya, magma-minus tayo ng 6 kay 4. And 4 minus 6 is simply negative 2. 16 tapos blank. So, wala naman tayong problema doon. Hindi naman siya previous. So, we're just going to add 6 kay 16. That's why we have 22. In number 6, we have 17, 14, blank, blank, 5. So, in number 6, hanapin lang ulit natin siya. And in number 6, our common difference is negative 3. So, mag-a-add lang tayo ng negative 3 kay 14 and that is 11. Kay 11, mag-a-add ulit tayo ng negative 3 and that is 8. In number 7, we have 4, blank, blank, 19, and 24. So, we're just going to subtract 24 by 19 and the answer is 5. And then afterwards, mag-a-add tayo ng 5 kay 4. So, we have 9. Mag-a-add tayo ng 5 kay 9. We have 14. In number 8, lahat ng nawawala nasa una. So, instead of adding, ang gagawin natin, subtracting. So, 12 minus 8 is 4. So, ang common difference natin ay 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. And 0 minus 4 is negative 4. And number 9, ang common difference natin ay 8. So, we have negative 1 plus 8 is 7, plus 8 is 15, plus 8 is simply 23. And in number 10, we have 13, blank, 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 negative 11, and negative 17. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang magkasunod lang ay negative 11 and negative 17. Okay, so sila yung pagsusubtract na natin. So, we have negative 17 minus negative 11, same sign. So, we have negative 6. Yung negative 6 natin, i-add natin kay 13. So, we have 7. 7 plus negative 6, we have 1. 1 plus negative 6, we have negative 5. So, yun yung sagot natin on our activity number 6. Activity number 7 is simply summing up. So, madali lang naman yung activity 7 natin. All you have to do is to simply add all the terms na nakalagay. Or manual add. Okay, what is the sum of the terms of each finite sequence below? So, number 1, we have 1, 4, 7, 10. Pag pinag-add natin lahat yan, we will have 22. Number 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Pag pinag-add natin lahat yan, we have 35. In number 3, we have 10, 5, 0, negative 5, negative 10, and negative 15. Pag pinag-add natin lahat yan, we will have negative 15. In number 4, we have 81, 64, 47, 30, 13, and negative 4. Pag pinag-add natin lahat yan, we will have 231. In number 5, we have negative 2, negative 5, negative 8, negative 11, negative 14, negative 17. Pag pinag-add natin lahat dyan, we will have an answer, negative 57. Okay, so activity number 8, the secret of Karl. So before we proceed with our activity number 8, I want to tell you a story of a young mathematician. And his name was Carl Friedrich Gauss. So, si Carl Friedrich Gauss, nung elementary siya, about maybe grade 1, grade 2, in order for him to keep busy kasi magaling siya sa math, yung teacher niya, binigyan siya ng task. So, sinabi ng teacher niya sa kanya, sige nga Carl, will you please add all the numbers from 1 to 100? Okay, so since magaling si Karl, na-add niya yung numbers from 1 to 100 in just a seconds. So, napakabilis niyang nakuha yung sagot. Okay, so this time, ituturo ko sa inyo kung ano yung ginawa ni Karl na pagsasagot, kung bakit niya nasagutan agad or na-add agad-agad yung numbers from 1 to 100. So, in this activity, this is what we call the think, pair, share in activity 8. So, What is the sum of each of the pairs 1 and 100, 2 and 99, 3 and 98, hanggang kay 50 and 51? So kung mapapansin nyo, 1 plus 100 is simply 101. 2 plus 99 is simply 101. 3 plus 98 is simply 101. Hanggang makarating tayo dun sa middle, and that is 50 and 51, we will have 101. So, ilang pairs yung mabubuo natin out of 50, ay out of 1 to 100. Since it is 1 to 100, kapag pinag-pair mo yung mga number na yon, makakabuo tayo ng 50 pairs. So, from your answer in number 1 and number 2, how do you get the sum of integers from 1 to 100? So, since meron tayong 50 pairs, okay, so sa 50 pairs na yon, pag pinag-add natin yung each pair, meron tayong 101. So, para makuha natin yung sagot, it is simply 101 times 50. And the last is, what is the sum of the integers from 1 to 100? So, we're just going to multiply 101 by 50, and that is 5,050. Okay, so to end our lesson for today, so we have this last activity number 9, how well do you know me? You are just going to tell whether it is arithmetic or not. So, andito naman na yung sagot, and then I will just discuss it and elaborate it kung bakit natin nasabi na arithmetic siya or hindi. So, sa number 1, we have 3, 7, 11, 15, and 19. So, this is an arithmetic sequence kasi meron siyang tinatawag na common difference. And yung common difference na ay 4. Why? Because 19 minus 15 is 4. 15 minus 11 is 4. 11 minus 7 is 4. And 7 minus 3 is 4. In number 2, we have 4, 16, 64, and 256. So, obviously, yung number 2 is not an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so, furthermore, on our discussion, i-discuss ko din kung anong kind of arithmetic sequence yung mga yan. Pero as you notice, it is simply multiplying 4. So, 4 times 4, 16, times 4, 64, times 4, 256. So, wala siyang tinatawag na common difference. In number 3, 48, 24, 12, 6, and 3. Of course, this is not also an arithmetic sequence. Why? Kasi wala naman siyang common difference. And as you notice, yung pattern natin na sinusunod ay yung number, yung term, divided by 2. 48 divided by 2 is 24, divided by 2 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, and divided by 2 is 3. So, hindi siya arithmetic sequence. In number 4, we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36. So, obviously, this is not an arithmetic sequence. Kasi yung pattern na nabuo ay hindi naman common difference. Kung hindi, square of a number. Let's say, for example, 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16, 5 square is 5, and 6 square is 36. So, pag binang-minus natin sila, wala tayong makukuhang the same answer. So, simply, this is not an arithmetic sequence. In number 5, 1, 1/2, 0, negative 1/2. So, this is an arithmetic sequence. So, how come? So, we have negative 1/2 minus 0 is negative 1/2. 0 minus 1/2 is negative 1/2. And 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. So, ang common difference natin ay negative 1/2. In number 6, we have negative 2, 4, negative 8, and 16. Of course, this is not an arithmetic sequence. In arithmetic sequence, do not forget, wala tayong magiging sagot na alternate. Alternate yung negative and positive because it is impossible in arithmetic sequence. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, nagmumultiply tayo sa kanya ng negative 2 para makuha natin yung next term. So, that is not an arithmetic sequence. Okay, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, times negative 2 is negative 8, times negative 2 is 16. So, that's simply not an arithmetic sequence. In number 7, we have 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. So, this time, this is an arithmetic sequence. How come? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na common difference. So, negative 3 excuse me, minus negative 2 is negative 1, negative 2 minus negative 1 is negative 1, negative 1 minus 0 is negative 1, and 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So that is an arithmetic sequence. Number 8, we have 1 half, 1 third, 1 fourth, 1 fifth. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. Kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ilalim niya, arithmetic sequence, yung denominator. Pero kung kukunin mo yung whole context ng fraction at isusubtract mo siya each term, hindi siya makakabuo ng common difference. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. In number 9, we have 3x, x over 3, and x over 9. So this is not an arithmetic sequence simply because para makuha natin yung next term, yung pattern na ginamit niya ay nagmumultiply siya ng 1/3, and that is not the process of arithmetic sequence. In number 10, we have 9.5, 7.5, 5.5, and 3.5. So as you notice, we have a common difference of negative 2. 3.5 minus 5.5 is negative 2. 5.5 minus 7.5 is negative 2. 7.5 minus 9.5 is negative 2. So, lahat ng difference niya ay common. So, this is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe on my channel, and click the notification bell so that you will be updated on my latest uploads here on YouTube. Okay, so see you next okay, so till next time for our next activity. Thank you for watching.